Hello and welcome to our video covering the volunteering process for Hiwata no Nadoko. Before we go any further, let's clear up a commonly asked question. What exactly is Hiwata no Nadoko? There's some confusion as to whether it's a Yandere Simulator mod, or if it's a fan game based around Yandere Simulator.
Well, in the beginning we started making Hiwata as a mod for Yandere Simulator. Most of the work in the game was already done for us, such as the engine, the school, and the already populated NPCs in them. It's because of these pre-made assets, our job at the time were relatively smaller and relatively simple, such as changing the appearance of the characters and making cutscenes for the story that we wanted to tell. Over time, we received assets from people who wanted Hiwata to grow into a much more ambitious project. These assets include 3D models and voice lines made by our skilled volunteers around the world, and we're very thankful for their time and effort. As there wasn't much we could do by modding the game, importing many of these assets caused many problems. These problems range from incredibly low frame rates at some locations to crashes due to lack of memory. We didn't want to let our volunteers' hard work go to waste, nor do we want to disappoint people who were eagerly anticipating Hiwata, so we decided to turn Hiwata into a fan game. Although we received permission to do so, we are very uncomfortable to use Yandere Simulator assets and piggyback off the hard work that the volunteers had done for the game. Although we are transitioned to our own code, we hope to replace as many of Yandere Simulator's assets to our own work as we can. The end goal is to have Hiwata no Nonoko as a fan game modded with our own engine. As such, whether you call it a fan game or a mod doesn't make too much difference, as they both are correct.
Now, to return to the main point of this video, we currently have many skilled volunteers who make high-quality original assets. However, there are some aspects of the project that we're lacking in volunteers who can complete tasks, so producing new content can take a long time. The assets that we're lacking mostly fall into 5 main categories: original music, sound effects, 3D models, animations, and special textures. As we explain what we need for each of these types of assets, please bear in mind, you don't have to be a professional animator, modeler, or sound designer to volunteer for Hiwata.
When it comes to sound, the assets that we are currently lacking in the most are music and sound effects. We are so lacking in these. In fact, that we have no custom music nor sound effects, with the exception of the main menu. We are currently using slowed down versions of Yandere Simulator's tracks in place of actual soundtrack. We are looking for volunteers who will produce original ambient music and tracks for cutscenes. In the description below, there is a list of sound effects that we need for Hiwata, as well as a link to a video that gives an example of the kind of musical landscape we hope to achieve.
We have skilled volunteers making 3D models and animations for us. However, the laundry list of just how many different models and animations we need is simply too large for our modeling and animating team to tackle alone. We are actively seeking modelers and animators who like to work with semi-realistic anime-styled assets. In the description box below, there is a list of the 3D models and animations that we need, as well as links to examples of the sort of work we are looking for.
We're actively seeking texturers who can make either indoor textures such as walls, floors, and ceilings, or outdoor texturers who can make things like grass and pathways. If you're interested in texturing for Hiwata, please look in the description below for other examples of textures that we need.
We currently have several great voice actors working with us, varying drastically in terms of levels of experience, vocal qualities, and ages. However, we are desperately in need of male voice actors for some of our major characters, as well as male and female voice actors to voice various students, teachers, and other necessary extras.
If you have made some artwork, we could put it somewhere in the game, such as on corkboards around the school's hallways or as a wallpaper on the protagonist's phone. Keep in mind that this is not a necessity, and we don't need artwork volunteering. If we need official artwork, then we have Generica. But please, if you have an artwork that you absolutely love to see in the game, contact us on Discord, or maybe even just put it on DeviantArt for us to see.
In the description of this video, as well as the game's WordPress blog, the tags of the project leaders and team leaders will be written. To become a volunteer, you have to contact the leader of the team you wish to apply for. To increase the chances of getting yourself noticed, share them examples of your past work, a short explanation about your level experience, and answer several questions that will give out as best as you can. Shortly after, the leaders will decide whether you're suitable to work for Hiwata.
If you're interested in becoming a part of the Bullied team, you can find all the resources mentioned in this video, as well as the Discord tags of each of our team leaders listed in the description below. Thank you for watching, and as always, thank you so much for your continued support of Hiwata no Nadoko.